Hello? Is there anybody out there? Hello? Is there anybody out there? This is Wes S on my live stream that I used to do every Saturday, but didn't quit doing because, well, reasons. What's up, Abe? There's Chipper. Well, what? 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 Wait. What do you mean, what? Glasses. We had handmade hamburgers for dinner tonight. Apparently, all the mom and pop burger joints have decided that they're going to close on the weekends around here. Makes it hard to have a burger. Got three lurkers. No, two lurkers. Two lurkers in here because one of the lurkers is me. I got the light shadow over here. So, anyhow, there's not a lot going on. I just thought I would go live and see, hey, what's up? Um, been chasing around social media some here and there. A lot of people whining about life again. I'm already drowning in Christmas though. Uh, I've been tired of Christmas since 2 weeks before Thanksgiving got here. Uh, I used to be able to tolerate Christmas, but uh, no, not anymore. It's too much of it, man. Yeah, I used to be able to do a month of Christmas. No big deal. But now it's 2.5 months around here. About 2.5 months Christmas. Let's go put it. Yeah. So, hey, Carol. Hey, Daniel. And so we don't do Christmas shopping. I mean, we buy our grandkids something because in today's society, if you don't get something from somebody, then they don't love you, according to society. So, you know, if you don't get your grandkids something, then your grandkids think you don't love them, and they don't understand. I mean, you can explain all you want to a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 year old kid that you love them, whether you get them something or not. But yeah, they're not going to buy into it. So, um, we do buy our grandkids gifts. Usually one each or something, maybe two. And we don't put up lights, we don't put up wreaths, we don't put up trees. He said that Keith. Just. I mean, if y'all want to do Christmas, That's fine. When the kids were little bitty, we used to sing "Happy Birthday, Jesus," have some cake. The kids kept wanting a Christmas tree, kept wanting a Christmas tree, so I actually made one out of cardboard. We kept that tree for a while. And it was a cardboard box. We painted it green. That was a Christmas tree. Ow, sorry, Carol. Christmas trees, Christmas lights, wreaths, the gifts, all of it. It's all the bells, everything about the way Christmas is celebrated is pagan. Everything. There's there's more suicides during the holiday season than anything. It's not because I just miss my family or this. It's because there's so much stress and so much pressure. You can't live up to a Christmas Story. You can't live up to A Miracle on 32nd Street or 34th or whatever. You can't. Life is not a Hallmark movie. In what started out as supposedly started out as, forms of inspiration and uplifting and happy stories, became a form of manipulation and redirection. And society just lapped it up. And now we're with, people put themselves in $10, $15, $20,000 of debt every year for Christmas. People will spend, $100 a person for everybody in their office. People will get 10 or 15 gifts for each kid in their house, and each one of those gifts is, over $100. And you're just like, why? I mean, if you love your kids enough to give them all this stuff, why don't you just get it for them? Why do they have to wait for a special day? If buying them stuff is how you prove you love them, just buy them the stuff during the year. Don't wait for Christmas. Don't blame it on Jesus. Well, it's Jesus' birthday. I've got to go out and cause myself financial hardship and emotional distress. Why? Exactly, Chipper. And start getting into people's Cheeto money and stuff. It's gotten out of line. Pretty much, Chipper. Yeah. we used to have a Christmas like thing come income tax returns. Kids didn't get very much for Christmas. We could not do anything, which I don't know. There was a couple years I really put my foot down hard, and I was like, no, we're not doing Christmas. And those years were pretty hard because kids, they do the thing where you draw names at school. So, I mean, my kids had to go Christmas shopping for somebody else in their class, knowing that they weren't going to be nothing for them at the house. And I mean, it wasn't that we couldn't afford to buy them stuff. It's just, I mean, yeah. Christmas, right now, the way Christmas is done right now, it's all about letting billionaires tell you that if you don't spend your hard-earned money on each other, then you don't love each other. And all of that money that you're spending is making everybody's life better. Right now, it's giving them back all of the profits that they gave to you through the year to make your payroll. They get you to give it back in December.
It's part of its spine, whatever animal he was eating.
No, it's a pig knuckle. I found it. He ate it chewed up. Well, don't throw it there. It was all over. Scooped all of it up.
I know. He brought it in last night, and I didn't know what it was. I was about to take it away from him and piss him off.
Smack him in the head with a stick. I'll show you how next time he does it.
But anywho,
yeah, it's gross. I picked the rest of it up and threw it outside.
I appreciate it.
It was stuck to the couch, by the way.
Hello. Goodbye.
Well, that's cool, Anonymous. But anyway, I mean, life really isn't a Hallmark movie, folks. The way you have a happy life is you realize that you suck it up and you keep going. Everything you get is something you didn't have yesterday. Chances are anything you've lost is something that was wore out already anyways. I mean, you go out and you buy a new truck, something happens, it gets repossessed. Oh, well, you had it for a little while. I mean, people beat themselves up and wind up eating a bullet over the stupidest shit. No, that's what life is about, Anonymous. Not Christmas. Life. If you've got to wait for one season out of the year, or you spend all year getting this gift ready so that one season will be special to the person that you're doing it for. So the lesson that that person learns is that that season has to be magical. It's instead of the love you have for one another. And don't get me wrong, I almost called you by name, sorry. The what you did with that baby gun, man, that is awesome as hell. And your little girl's very lucky. That's that's cool shit. I mean, that's the end. I mean, that's some next level dad shit right there. But I mean, you know, if it wasn't for commercialized Christmas, you could have given it to her at any time. And if we need a season to drive us to go out and do more for those we love, do we actually love them enough to be doing it anyway? If we have to have society telling us to go out and do extra for them. I mean, I don't. I hate jingle bells. I hate seeing the trees. I hate the fact that I can't go into the lawn and gardens and get the stuff I need for everyday life because they rip it all out and put in Christmas junk. Never liked Christmas. My entire life. Can't stand it. Just, well, hello, Mikey. Anyway, this live stream wasn't supposed to be about Christmas. Anyway, I just threw that stuff out there. Um, if you spending $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, if you spent $500 this year on Christmas, and you don't have a year's worth of food stored up in your house for the person you spent $500 on, what the hell? $500 will get you at least halfway there if you buy the right stuff. Hey, Oliver. Chance. Yeah. There we go back to Miracle on 34th, or what's the one with Stewart? I said it a while ago. A Good Life or something like that. Carol, just get online and search beans from Pennsylvania and buy those, and those will be northern beans. Um, aren't northern beans and navy beans the same? That's a serious question. Um, anything I can do to help, Carol, you know I'm here for you. Yeah, it's a wonderful life. Yeah, that's. Um, Angels don't get wings, for the love of Pete. Angels are supernatural beings of spirit. They're not dead people that have to earn their wings. Jeez. Well, true. Think they're similar, but not quite the same. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about beans. Sorry. Navy beans and great northern beans. Uh, see, like lima beans, and what's the butter beans? Aren't the same thing, but they're. I think the butter beans are just like smaller lima beans. Eh? I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of beans out there. Oh, yes, Uman. Aid is saying hello to you. He's saying hello. Here, I shall read his comment. Can someone please say hi to Uman for me? I miss his smiling face and just want to give him a big wet kiss. Yeah, that's nasty. Huh? No, I don't even like that dog. I just forgot. It's not that I don't like her. It's that I don't like her. I just forgot to feed her. Moving a dog. Sadie's for adoption.
She's rotten.
Well, that's why we're gonna get rid of her, because she's turned sour on the inside, so we should just get a new dog. I want a puppy. Oh yeah, Anonymous. Sorry, man. You go out there and you hug you a Santa Claus if you want to. I don't know. Do all beans give people gas? Do all beans give people gas? I never noticed that. Not if you take vino. I never noticed that much the gas that bad with lima beans. I know pinto beans and red beans do, but aren't pinto beans and red beans the same thing? I'm asking for Man wanted to know. Type that in, Oliver. Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob, are pinto beans and red beans the same? Oliver wanted to know. Why? That's what this place is about, is information. We share information with each other. Yes. If they didn't want to be under the bus, they shouldn't have been in the street. If you don't want a target on your back, don't come in the room. Yeah. Coffee beans don't make gas. You don't eat pinto beans much. Oliver. So
he ain't poor enough then.
So how about red beans? Hey, you eat red beans? Because now nobody's in the chat right now because they're all Googling red beans and pinto beans to find out if they're the same bean. I see. See, that's why I asked Rob. There is a variety of beans that's actually a red bean, but this part of the world pretty much calls pintos red beans. Yeah, it's like red beans and cornbread. Aid says, "Hi, Mrs. West says."
Hello.
But he didn't give you capitals. He made you a lowercase person.
Okay.
But did he give you a thumbs up, though? And see, there are red kidney beans, which I like the red kidney beans. I don't like the black kidney beans. Do you like black beans? And then what's that other black bean, the little one? The little black beans, whatever they are, the same size as a pinto bean, man, them things stay like a rock, no matter how long you cook them. I like him some bits. We started eating chickpeas. That's what garbanzo beans.
No purpose.
Somebody gave them to us, so we're expanding our cultural awareness, our horizons, our cultural food horizons, or whatever.
It's not easy.
It's not, I don't know. That soup was good. The soup was actually good. But it's just that
They have horrible.
the
horrible
texture is wrong. The texture is wrong. It's they're like kidney beans. They just don't ever seem like they're cooked.
I don't know. They're like.
Yes, those are the same. Yes, new man. Ooh, Rob, the missus got this new, what's it called? That thing that you did the beans in? They said like it's like an electric pressure cooker or whatever. And you put water, beans, push a button, and you come back later, you push another button and it vents. It like actually goes.
45 minutes, you have beans.
If it takes 45 minutes to make beans that are flipping good, it's quite disappointing. You know, no soaking, no nothing. You just freaking make beans. I was like, wow. And they got, what's that? That one over there, the air fryer?
Air fryer.
Air fryer. You like spray hairspray all over the food and you put it in there? Or that's not hairspray, was it? Olive oil. And then,
And only because somebody was nice and gave us all these
yeah,
electronics. 'Cause
this
I
is,
couldn't have bought them.
we ain't getting money for this crap. This lady was cleaning out her shit and she's like, you want this? 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 First, we're like, my wife's favorite is actually, is that a Phillips? That, is it that little grill?
Yeah. Philip.
That we actually need to do a video on that. That thing is kick butt. I mean, we had grilled hamburgers. We had really good hamburgers tonight. The missus fixed the burgers, and she grilled them right here in the house on that thing. And I can't tell the difference between that and out the well on a propane grill. And cleanup's not that hard on it. It's actually kick you guys.
Done chicken on it and done burgers on it.
And it did hot dogs.
Yeah, it doesn't smoke or anything.
Doesn't smoke or nothing. Turn it all the way up on high and it doesn't make smoke. And it browns the burgers. It browns burgers, browns the chicken. Does a really, really good job.
Cool. And got a dehydrator too. We haven't used the dehydrator yet though.
Hey, Dad on YouTube, what's up? Yeah, Rob hadn't even got to come and go hunting with me. Hey, all my birds disappeared. Did somebody put a sign out in the pasture that says, hey, he's shooting you or something? And not just here, like I drove the whole county. Well, not the whole county. We drove the northern section of the county today, and there's no birds anywhere. We've seen 4 birds. It was weird. But one thing, going through all that trouble for rice would be silly, but the beans that sold us on the. It's just a way.
Yeah, I don't like the rice and the instant rice stuff, whatever. I'm not a fan of that.
Well, the beans came out good, and we did. What was it? I fed the missus some. Well, I had fed the whole family some sandhill crane today. We had it in stew.
Okay, so did Mom eat it or not? Because after I said what I said, then you walked over to Mom and was like, so she'll believe that you eat crane, but not little critters from the backyard. Like, yeah, crane is a bird. Why would she not eat that? But then you said it like it wasn't really crane, so now I'm confused.
Yes, your mother ate the sandhill crane in the stew, and she said it was very good.
I had crane before.
Okay.
I actually made fajitas with it once, and she quite liked that too. Sandhill crane's delicious, and you stay the hell out of it. It's mine. Shoot your own bird. Blech. Yeah, I can't imagine trying to eat baked chickpeas. Why are you making noise? Is that me or you?
Mine.
He didn't drink it at all.
Oh, he did. Dude, I gotta go get it, dear. We were on the way home, and there's literally a pig eating something, just in the bar ditch, standing there eating something.
There's still 2 on.
It was right there by one of the
Actually, more than 2.
the gates or whatever for this thing that you know about that I'm not gonna say. And just like they just stood there. I could have turned around. I could have went back there. I could have
On our
stuck a
side,
line
they
out the
did,
door
I
and
always
took
go
it.
like 20 because they've
Uh,
been bad lately.
Oh yeah. No, it does not taste like chicken at all. It tastes like steak.
Can I kill a pig or not? Would a knife even kill it if I shot it in the head? Or would I have to shoot it in the wall under its roots or something?
You could. You'd have to.
My question was, would a 9mm kill a pig?
Will it kill a human being?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
If you hit it in the right place. If you hit it in the shoulder blade, maybe not, because it's got to go through all of that
That's
armor.
a human has a lot of area that you can shoot it that'll die. It might just bleed out or something, but that's what I'm saying. Like pigs are like,
You're gonna have to. The hogs aren't gonna just lay down if you shoot it with a knife. You know you're gonna have to walk to wherever it.
And then that's where the rest of them are going to be.
yeah, I don't want to do that. Then
They
I was
eat
just
you.
want like if one ran out and hit me in my car or hit my car, and I wanted revenge. That's the only reason I was asking.
Well, first you're gonna have to dig yourself out of the wreckage, because the hogs are rough, man. You think deer will tear a vehicle up? Hog tear stuff up. Was it dadgummit, now I forgot his name. What was the ginner's name over there at Blackberry? Dadgummit. Anyway, he had a family of pigs. He had like 3 of the little bitty ones that were, probably 4 pounds. And it shredded, literally destroyed his front suspension.
I'm going to very carefully go to town. I'll be back.
Okay. Love you.
Love you.
The last 3 people I know of that hit deer here, the deer bounded off into the field. No, 4. You.
Well, but it didn't even dent my car. 'Cause-
Well, still, hitting the
but
deer,
it
hitting the
just
deer.
Grazed it. It grazed my back door.
Kirsten.
Lee.
Leland. And Darius. That's 4 people. But they're just, after it shreds the vehicle, it just leaves. That's not a felony. They had a sale at a local grocery store today. Well, actually, the past 2 days. So we went down, and the brisket was actually the price that it used to be normally, which we used to consider too expensive for brisket. But when they applied the coupon to the brisket, it saved us $29.97. And that was the water and the brisket were the only thing that had a
That's the
coupon.
only ones that had the coupon, yeah.
So we got that Well, it's half price. That brisco's half price.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, long story short, I actually deliberately the brisket I got today it was mostly fat, but and I did that on purpose because now I have a gallon Ziploc bag, nearly full of brisket fat that can be cubed up and mixed in with venison and some weed seeds and uh, ground up herbage and stuff and put into a sleeve. Yeah, we're gonna have us some sausage. Hey, you want me to freeze it if I can get another couple more of them? Because I've still got room in my possession limit or whatever. If I can get a couple more, uh, if I is it legal? Is it legal to freeze something and then? Yeah, they send food in the mail, right? I'm gonna send them a crane where you can like eat it.
If any more come back.
I think they come back there. I don't know where they went. I think what chased them off is that sour gas going off the thing. I hope they didn't poison them.
I don't think they'd spend that much effort. Not the ones out here.
Yeah. I think what it is they cut all that hay and they just dripped it over on the cut hay. I the other morning for breakfast I took the tenderloins out of that pig I shot and seasoned them up with some Lowry's seasoned salt. And then fried 4 strips of bacon and took the tenderloins and dropped them in that bacon grease. And I fried them up. And then I ate the bacon. And then I ate the tenderloin. It was very good. Yeah, Tipper likes his freeze dryer. We have a dehydrator. That's our upgrade. Oh, and I gotta do a video on my wife bought me something cool. She's such an awesome woman. She bought me a meat grinder. So I don't have to do it by hand. I can do it. I got this push button. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be this little bitty thing. It's like industrial size or whatever. It's a big son of a bitch. The grinder's not that big, but it's in a big box. Take the Prius, Lou, man. You know you have one. You probably have like a salesman, then you make them drive it around. Cheaper to just take the car and stay in a motel, I'm telling you. Put ketchup on the dog and throw it over the fence, Carol. But make sure you tie it. Put some hooks on him. And then you'll catch the coyotes like that. It's like, it'd be like coyote fishing. They could probably pull it. I just don't know if it would take the weight. Carol, what are you doing? I thought you're like a Chihuahua person. What are you doing with a 130-pound male Rottweiler? Well, just give him a sack and tell him to go get you one. You can make yourself a hat. You have a little fur hat with ears. Hey, Tibor. I want one of those things that you put on your thing so you can put an oil filter on it. Really bad. Because reasons. You can drop a hog like a freaking rock with a 22. And if it didn't make any noise, then you could probably drop 2 or 3 before they realized something was afoot. But you'd have to have something to keep the noise down. So, well, I've been looking for a Catahoula pup. I found a couple the other day, but the people kept them for, they say they were like 6 months already or something like that. 6 or 8 months old, and they had kept them. You could tell they were in the backyard, and they were together in the backyard with just another dog, which meant no supervision, no training, no nothing. It wasn't not doable, but it would have been a big chance to take on a puppy. I don't feel that it would have been fair to the pup to bring the pup home and then have it not adapt to my personality quickly enough to prevent it from breaking some of my cardinal sins. I just don't. It wouldn't have been fair to it. I paid $3.09 earlier today. Diesel's what? Diesel's down to about,
If you can even find it.
if you can find diesel. Yeah, that's the problem. We're
John was having a heck of a time finding diesel.
there's I don't know about everywhere else, but there's no diesel for it. Yeah, there is.
The day there was only one fuel station that had it.
Yeah, here in Scurry, there was only one gas station that had diesel. One fueling station that had diesel. Unleaded, Rob. I can't remember. I think diesel's right at $5 a gallon again. But see, Rob, we're not allowed to get fuel from our refinery until it gets to Lubbock. Then Lubbock can redistribute it to us. They truck the gasoline and diesel through our town. To Lubbock, then truck it back. Makes all the sense in the world. I know. No, it's just the rural places. I don't think anybody's noticing anything up in Lubbock and stuff. Lubbock, Abilene, I don't think there's any issues. I think that's same thing with the groceries and stuff. I think it's the people that feel it the quickest and the worst are the people the furthest away from the main hubs. Yep. True that. Oliver, true that. Just nearly, Chipper. Only problem is my diesel still broke down. Can't find anybody willing to fix it for what I can afford to pay. So, hold on. Gonna take his one. Wait. Okay. Ooh. Y'all forgive me, I had to put my jacket on. It's a little chilly outside here. Huh, cat. Oh, wrong way. I'm gonna put you on the wrong chair. Trying to practice all this OPSEC business. They see my window, didn't they? My window's small. It's a 6-0, man. That's I can't find anybody that's interested in buying the truck off of me. Which has got a solid engine and stuff. Yeah, the picture gets a little grainy out here because the Wi-Fi drops down, but this is about the limit. If I'd opened the door, it'd be a little bit better. That's why, a while ago I said, "Oh, I almost put you on the wrong chair. If I'd have put you in the other, if I'd have switched the chairs the other way, you'd have been in a corner surrounded by steel." Um, my little Wi-Fi antenna is on this corner of the PC over here, or the laptop, and there's the door. So I've got y'all sitting right in front of the door. That's how it works. Yeah, and see, I mean, I had a chance at a 7.4, but it was an older truck, and honestly, it was too fast for me. I I wasn't looking for something to dig holes in the pavement. So I just wanted something to drag a camper around. That's it. That's all it was for. It wasn't ever supposed to be a daily driver. I was still planning on driving the Nissan around everywhere, but then using the big truck so we could go to the lake or go camping or whatever. If I was going to go on it's weird to have the truck that the worst gas mileage to go on the road trips, but there comes a point in your life when comfort is important. Well, this one you stuck your foot in it, it laid black smoke, and you launched. I don't think. Yeah. That's funny, Sid said. That's actually really funny. Hey, Abe, what's the quickest mountain in the United States? Yep. I refer to him my wife's boss, my friend, whatever. Um, Started out more as co-worker, then became my wife's boss, now friend. Anyway, um, his big fancy Ford, he has spent an insane amount. I said, what is the, I asked Abe what the quickest mountain in the United States was. Everybody feel free to answer. I asked my daughter and she gave the right answer, which is technically a wrong answer. That's funny, Chipper. Mount Rushmore. Chipper gets it right. I mean, not Chipper. C103 gets it right. Nope. The dog, Sweet Pea was like, mountains don't move. I said, well, then why do they call it Mount Rushmore? that's uh, that's that's an old dad joke. Why don't you ever see pictures of the backside of Mount Rushmore? That took me a second, Mark. Bada bing. I gotta give you that one. Does this taste funny to you? Ooh, the wind shifted back out of the north. TK. Well, it did. You knew that already? No, you didn't know. My favorite is, you know why I don't trust stairs? They're always up to something. Bah. What? I don't like cats. I don't like you. You're supposed to run away and join the circus or some shit. You're cold. You're cold. You want a cat? Slightly used. Still got 8 lives. Well, 7.5. The cranks broke. The front hydraulics are out. Back one still works. Well, you can get the front ones to work. I guess. Don't like cats. Got me. Your feet are cold, TK. Get on your bucket. Or go back outside. I'll feed you like next year, which is not that far off. It's like, what's the most useless sign in history? It's a 3-letter word. It's the letters HOT in Braille. Actually saw that on is an engine, an exhaust manifold cowling thing, whatever. Is fucking Braille. It said caution hot, and then underneath it was Braille for caution hot. They cut, I don't know, 20 hay fields between here and Colorado City that I saw. And, well, 10 that I saw. In 2 of them, there were places out there where, as they were cutting it, to, so they could let it lay so they could hay it, bale it, rather. They had to drive around the roots where the pigs had torn up the hay fields. There's probably 20 or 30 places in that little 40-acre hay field that they had to go around because they couldn't cut it because of all the damage done by the hogs. Yeah, Braille signs at the drive-thru. And Braille on the I forget, anyway, the signs that caution, low clearance. When you're in a plant, a production plant or whatever, OSHA makes you put up signs if there's a place where you're going to bunk your head. Yeah, one place I worked, they were telling us that we didn't have Braille and anything. We're like, we don't hire blind people. Apparently, I'm not supposed to talk to OSHA ever again. I'm not allowed to be the company representative when speaking with OSHA. I went online to get my crane stamp, Rob, and it came in the mail today. I hope I wasn't supposed to wait on that. The lady on the phone, she said, I sent you an email. Just open that app and take a screenshot, and that'll be what you use. I was like, okay. So I thought that was it. And apparently, no, they actually sent me my stamp. No, why is that, C103? This is going to be good. Well, yeah, that's different. There's a difference between a guy that says he can see well enough to see. That's why I quit welding. I can't see the bead anymore. I can weld really good for about 15 minutes. And then I have to take a 20, 30-minute break to let my eyes right. Shit. I knew that one. That one's good. I like that, Mark. Why did they choose seeing eye dogs instead of seeing eye donkeys? Why did they choose dogs for seeing eye animals as opposed to donkeys for seeing eye animals? Dogs are men's best friend, and donkeys are just asses. Yeah, Jennifer, there you go. I'm literally going to raise one end of the roof on my shop, though. I'm done with it. It flooded. Uh, so I'm going to cut the posts on one side of the building and get try to get my hands on enough jacks to jack that into up and stick 12 inches of pipe in and then re-weld it. If anybody feels like showing up for that day. And supervising me because I keep trying to convince myself that if I can go 12 inches, I can go 16. But the further up I go, the shorter the truss gets. So, I mean, the further up I go, the better the angle on the roof, but the shorter the truss gets. And I suppose I could put it in there at an angle. I suppose. We'll put a gusset in there. But see, there I am. I'm already trying to talk myself into doing what I already talked myself out of doing. Yeah, there you go. A good answer. Um, I wish I had a friend of mine's got a chainsaw that he can change the blade on it. This is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. We can cut concrete pipe, or you put another blade on there, and you can cut steel with this son bitch. A chainsaw. You didn't know there was such a thing, did you? Cost $2,400. It's totally good, guys. Well, if I had the money, I would literally just hire some guy to come foam it. I just, I just have them spray 2 inches of seal foam on it, and then mop it. Be done. That's $2,000. Yeah, I didn't either until I used it the first time. I never cut the steel with it. Supposedly, that's all you got to do. It's a different blade, and you're still not, you're not going down on it. Nothing like the concrete. That son of a bitch cuts concrete pipe like it's going out of style. I mean, uh, that the wall on that concrete pipe is inch thick, and it will go through that thing damn near as fast as it'll go through a chainsaw will go through a mesquite log. It's pretty badass. You gotta keep the water out of the intake though. That's why it's for cutting. It's for cutting the water pipe so you can replace the bad part. And sometimes the leak is in the bottom of a hole or in a valley, in the bottom of a valley. So even though you've got it shut in, there's still 2 miles of pipe on either side of it that's running downhill to where you're at. That's a lot of water if it's an 8-inch pipe. So you literally just take your warm clothes off and you put on your shoes and then you jump in the hole, fire up the chainsaw, and you make the first cut, and then you hand that chainsaw up, and then you climb out of the hole, and they get the pump going to pump the hole out while you put your clothes back up and set the truck and warm back up. That's the way it was last time I used it. Good night, Carol. Are you saying good night, Carol? Or are you saying good night to us, Rob? Or to me? I don't know. I'm so confused right now. I really hope I can get over to our friend's house and get her garage painted tomorrow. We'll see. Every time I've tried to go do anything with it this past week, it's been the wind's been blowing like crazy, and you can't run an airless outside in the wind because you wind up having to wash everybody's car, and I ain't doing that shit. It's okay in the Davalier. I'll smoke this one, then I'm gonna go back inside. Mostly because it's my last one. I think. Yeah. I'm hoping the cranes will fly back in the morning. I thought I'd just run them off with a flight pattern, but seriously, they were just like gone from the whole area. It's almost like that little cold snap we had pushed them, may have pushed them further south or something. I don't know. Not a lot, Liberty. This is my crane hunting blind, in case y'all are wondering. I can sit here and look out that window, and I can see them coming 2 miles away. This one, Robert. This He's 1325 FPS, man. He's 12 gauge Remington, but it's that long brass on the bottom. There it goes. Es bueno. They call for number 5, 4, or 3, but yeah, lucky at the 45 to 65 yards. Yeah, lucky you have to be to get enough number 4 shot in there to do some good. The BB is not bad. There's a lot of BBs. And I've got some of that, but it doesn't carry the oomph. It's just not there at the end of the journey. This stuff's moving fast enough. It'll do the job. I wouldn't shoot at them coming to me, but going over, it's fine. Or that's been my whatever. 12 gauge single barrel breakover. This one's got a 28-inch barrel on it. I wish I had a 30-inch barrel. These guys are flying over. They may be 25, 30 yards off the ground. Maybe. And I pick my bird as they go over. And then when they get past, which puts them at about 50 yards, I go pow. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know what the deal is. They're just like flying. They were just flying right over the property. And then literally woke up this morning, there was no birds anywhere. I went for a drive. I could not find any. Well, I found 3 birds in one field. And then I saw 3 birds fly over the property when I got home. So that's 6 birds in 18 miles of driving, driving through where the birds would be. Yeah, I'm the only guy that has shot at a single bird down there. It's the weird dove season. That's all you could hear was the shotguns going off, and nobody. I'm talking nobody is shooting at these cranes, and they are stripping the weed out of the fields. I mean the seeds. Both gizzards that I've taken open so far have been full of sand and wheat. It's because geese can't count, man. I gotta, it's $7 for the stamp or whatever. But if I can find some place to go light geese hunting, I want to do that because they removed the limit or whatever. You can take as many of them as one. And I'm sorry, but I'm using this hunting season as a way to fill the freezer. I have never before ever considered using all of my tags during deer season. I'm actually thinking about using all of my tags. I'm allowed 5 deer in this county. I don't know about y'all, but I am suffering from food insecurity. The end. Light geese, the white ones, the any of them that aren't those gray and black ones. Sandhill cranes are not protected. Whooping cranes are protected. Whooping cranes have been protected my whole life. They they fly lower and slower, and they're easier to hit. So they were hunted almost to extinction. I mean, why waste around on Sandhill when you could shoot the one that's twice his size? So, I don't know. They may be up there where you're at, but and see, a lot of people try to tell you that you've got to have steel shot for cranes. You only have to have steel shot for geese or duck. You do not have to have steel shot for crane here in Texas. And one of the birds I got was number 4. If I could find any number 5, I'd buy it. Um, and see, by the time y'all see them up there, tradesmen, they're probably nesting. Maybe while y'all can't shoot them. They don't nest down here. We got moms and dads and babies flying around together down here. That's actually that's what's in this one. It's faster to switch guns than to reload. Yeah, this one's got number 4. This is my duck gun. This is my duck gun. My duck gun. No, can't shoot egrets. Trust me, lead shot will get in there. You're just not allowed to use it, Tracy. Lead shot gets there with more energy. Steel shot. It's somewhere in my old videos, back when my brain was still working, I did this whole thing on mass. It's simple science, people. If you have a BB made out of steel and a BB made out of lead, they're the same size. But the lead actually has more mass. It's not the tensile strength or the hardness that matter. It's the mass. Lead is denser, softer but denser because it's heavier. Both of them traveling, both the lead and the steel shot traveling at 1,100 foot per second. The lead shot is going to deliver more energy than the steel shot because its mass is greater. An object at motion tends to stay at motion until it is met with an equal or opposite force. Okay, so the lead shot weighs more and it's moving at the same speed, so it's going to take more weight, more force to slow it down. So it can, if both the steel shot and the lead shot hit the tissue at the same speed at the same time, the lead shot is going to go further and do more damage. Then, people shoot light arrows because they want the arrow to go fast. 1 or 2 foot per second, or you get an arrow that's going to take that broadhead through the deer with enough impact force to cause a shock wave coming off of the shaft that's following the broadhead. I'll give up. I'll shoot a heavier arrow every time. Come on, you're shooting at something 25 yards away, max. Sorry, Rob. That's why, and I'm actually thinking about doing it just so I can. I'm actually thinking about going and shooting a pig with a cut shell. Just to see. Never shot any. I've never shot a creature with a cut shell. Shot cut shells. They make a horrific hole in the target. It's just one of those. It's going to kick like a son of a bitch. So that's one thing. I ain't gonna lie. That's got me worried a little bit. It's going to kick like a mule. There's no homework. Just a lecture. Now it will be on the test. And I think if I do a cut shell, I think I'm just going to use because I've got a crap ton of 7.5 and 8 shot up there. Just bird load or whatever. Uh, because most of these hogs are only they're right at 100 pounds. The trick's gonna be hitting the sub bits. Because what I've got to do is I'm gonna have to go set up a target, and then I'm gonna have to cut a shell, and I'm gonna have to shoot that shell to see if my point of aim is right. So I gotta beat the shit out of myself to see if I can even get away with doing it, unless I can get volunteers. Any volunteers? You can use my shell. I want to use my shotgun. I just want you to tell me where to aim, and I want you to tell me how bad it hurts. I'm pretty sure it's going to sting like when it has to push that casing and wad and everything through that modified choke. I've actually got a 16 gauge here. And some birdshot. Let me do that. Wish I had 20 gauge. I had a little 20 gauge breakover that I wish I still had, honestly. I really do. Like, if I bought a pump for home defense, it'd be a 20 gauge. Wouldn't be legal anywhere but in my house, though. The thing I'd put in is birdshot. Yeah, over under gun that you won't let me take out of your house. We need to take that hunting. Why? Thanks, Chipper. Well, I ain't scared. I got a butt. There's only one shotgun in there I'd try it with anyway. My duck gun over here is too old. That'd just be silly. The other one is a Frankenstein, and the one I got in the house is actually store bought. It came that way. Hey dear, would you like me to give you your chair?
No.
I'll kill the camera on this for cigarette. Thank you, ma'am. Hold on, y'all gonna have to sit on something else for a minute, because she said no. She said she'll just stand up for y'all. You've seen my huh?
As long as I'm out of the breeze.
Yeah. You've seen my Frankenstein gun, Rob. The forestock on it is actually cut out of a piece of firewood, man. I needed a stock on the front of it, so I cut a hole in it with a hole saw then run it through the table saw until it sort of resembled a stock, and uh, I forget how I cut the groove in the other end of it, and then I drilled a hole in the appropriate place, put the gun together, and snapped it on there, and put some duct tape on it. That's right. I had to take the vet tape off, and I didn't have any more vet tape, so I put duct tape on it. Everybody's saying hi.
Well,
Rob, she says she's not talking to you because you won't come and spend time with her loving husband. It can make him not feel lonely while he's out there killing all these animals by himself.
or something.
Yeah, exactly. You see, I've got a 410. The 410 shells are expensive as crap. Wait a minute, where have you been? Hold on a minute. This is my $50 farmer's market shotgun. Hold on. I gotta get this open now. This thing is a dinosaur. The little spring thing that keeps this on snapped, and I fixed it, and then it broke again one time when I was hunting, so I just threw some tape on there. It's worked ever since. My stock started splitting here, so I wrapped out of it again while I was hunting. So I wrapped snot, I glued it and wrapped it up with duct tape. I just ain't never bought to take the duct tape off. And my butt plate that I had slipped on here, started rotting, and at the time you couldn't find them anywhere. So I just duct taped it on there. This is my duck gun. It is held together with duct tape. It used to be quite a bit longer than this, and now I regret having cut that end off. But I cut the end off, and instead of drilling and putting another BB on it, I just put some tie wire on there and duct taped it so it wouldn't move. And I love this gun. Whenever me and the boys went bird hunting, they would always fight to see who grabbed this one first. I would often be stuck shooting one of theirs. But yeah, I love this gun. This is my duck gun. Never fired it at a duck. First crane of this season though came down with this gun. Duct tape is 100% legal. And this is my favorite thing. And it had a BB on it, and I broke it. Had it in my toolbox, and it snapped. The threads are still in there. Same thing. I just put a piece of tower on there. This is the Frankenstein gun. This is a piece of firewood. It's like wood on metal. Works fine. The back part is actually off of a breakover muzzle loader. The barrel that came on here, or the original barrel, you broke it open, and then you put the it's like a little 12 gauge thing that you put in here that had a primer in it. Then you closed it, and then you had to load it from the other end. Uh, but the barrel and stuff magically disappeared. And I wound up with a 12 gauge barrel that snapped in place. I thought, oh, that works. And I searched for a year and a half for a 4-stock and couldn't find one, so I just made that. That 12 gauge in the back, it's from the 50s. That's why I've got a piece of shaft cord braided into it for a sling, Rob. I can throw it over my shoulder and I ain't got to worry about dropping it in the field. I've taken more dove with that shotgun than any of the ones I've ever borrowed. Oh, that's cool. I need to get that 410 over here and finish fixing it. I'm a very my engineering degree is mostly Southern, and I like to fix guns. The ejector on my 22 is made out of a old carburetor wrench. Oh yeah, that that blade he made out of the horse rasp. That is pretty. Yeah, I've decided the SKS has a home somewhere. I keep it with me 24/7 though. I'm not going to be in a position where the only thing I have is my Beretta again. That's just not happening. For most things, I gotta. I'm gonna take my uh, AR apart. See if I can figure out what's wrong with it. Well, it's okay if your kids start calling dibs on your stuff, Chipper. It's when they start bringing you chocolate cake and cookies and stuff that you need to worry. Did the boy go to sleep? Oh. Ah, Chipper. He's already bringing you cookies and stuff, isn't he? If the dog won't eat it, you don't eat it. I'm just saying.
Get his dog to check it out for him. He hate to hurt the dog.
Yeah. If the neighbor's dog won't eat.
There you go.
If he ain't never brought you gingerbread cookies with powdered sugar on top of them before, you need to be worried. Because there ain't no powdered sugar on top of no gingerbread cookies. I'm just telling you, you need to watch this movie called Flowers in the Attic. I can't get it to zero. Hey man, it's like the barrel's loose, and I think it is. I did not put it together, so I don't know anything about it. There you go, Tip. Especially if it specifies yellow antifreeze. Supposedly the red stuff won't kill you. I think that's probably a load of crap. But sure. Don't know crap about it. I'm gonna take it to my son, tell him to take it apart, put it out the other. And when I get it back, I think it's gonna get a what, a 312 or something. Just gonna get a scope put on it. I'm old, I'm blind. I'm just gonna put a scope on it. I don't have it for any other reason than hunting. So I need a scope on it. I'll put a scope on it. I had a red dot on it, and the red dot may be fine. I thought maybe the red dot was messed up, but heck, is doing the same thing with fixed sights. And it could be the rail. That's what I need to do is make sure the screws that are holding the rail on are tight. Anyway, I got to go through the whole thing to figure out why. Well, I put 40 rounds downrange, and none of those 40 rounds, none of them, I never got a point of aim pattern. Never. It's like it just all over the place. So something's loose. What? That'd be fine, but it was going high, low, left, right. It was like, I should have just rapid fire shot him down there. Took me 20 rounds to zero the SKS, which at some point the front sight had gotten all messed up. But it's zeroed out now. Yeah, I mean, it's annoying because I've taken that gun out a few times and just thought I was a bad shot. But it has been bounced around a little bit. So yeah, my Russian SKS is that a really dark red stock. Never understood why the stock on it was so much darker than the Chinese one. I read really slow, but sorry. I have dyslexia. So deal with it. I'm one of those guys that had one of those uncool or those really cool whatever disabilities that didn't get caught when he was in school. Oh, maybe I'm good. Thank you. I think I am going to take the extra weight off of the SDS, though. I mean, what I do not need the bed on there. Weight for nothing. Um, it's not a combat rifle. So it's not intended to be a combat rifle. At 60 years old in my shape, if it gets to a point where I need to be able to stick something with my rifle, if I need to stab something to death with my rifle, it's just plain ugly, and it's just spiteful then because I'm already dead. So it's really hard to follow the chat and carry on a conversation at the same time. Too, actually. A meaningful chat or a meaningful conversation. That I don't think we ever have those here, though. Honestly, so, we have some good ones. I don't know if meaningful is the right word. Chipper, I don't think you'd like it. Um, so honestly, as a friend Chipper, to save you the hassle of having to like get all that smoke and stuff off your hands and the smell of the gunpowder out of your clothing and everything, and it hurts your ears, and it's very loud and it's kind of scary. To prevent psychological and emotional damage to you, and to prevent you like your head you can't get the smell of your favorite shirt. I don't want you to go through that. Just box all of those things up, and all those little things that go in them. Put those in a box. I'll come get them. I'll take them out of your hair. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You don't have to You don't have to deal with the stress of having those scary things in your casa that way. Just because I love you, man. Not that past week. We got some last week, rain. We got good rain. Rain for took it 2 days to give us an inch. Water. It rained slow. Yeah. I don't think they have a cologne like that. I think that there's only one way to get that, and it's a la naturel. Well, you wouldn't want to be responsible for selling those things to somebody else and having them go out and potentially hurt themselves or someone else. I mean, me, I would just put them in a closet somewhere and keep them safe for you. Or something. Whatever. Mine are definitely none of my guns are ever going to be worth anything when I go to sell them. I don't know. I made out okay on the gun, I guess. Okay, my eyes are done, guys. I feel like they're about to pop out of my head. Anybody got any words of wisdom? Anything enlightening? Beneficial to society? Any of that kind of stuff? Just remember, if you're sitting on Santa Claus's lap, he is not allowed to have a pickle in his pocket. All right, Oliver, you be good. Yeah, there's that, I guess, Jeff. Anyway, thank all you guys for coming out and wasting 2 hours and 11 minutes of your life hanging out. If y'all didn't show up, there wouldn't be any reason for a live stream. Y'all be good to one another. Be good to other people. Don't take advantage of anybody. Don't be taken advantage of. Find a line that you don't want to cross and don't cross it. Stand for something. Love you, people. Y'all be good. Stay alive. Don't die. Just because, back up on it. Just because you're standing behind this line and somebody else is standing behind a line ahead of you doesn't give you the right to bust their chops. You don't know what their life is. If they're your only worry are people that are standing on the other side of the line, looking at you, trying to make you cross your line, or throwing rocks at you on your side. Just because somebody doesn't camp in your tent with you doesn't mean they're your enemy. We need to cut that shit out. But You know what I'm saying? Don't tear that apart. Don't justify tearing somebody else down. You find where you got to be and you stay there. And then when it comes to a point where somebody else's standing is completely opposite of what you're standing, then you know what you're doing is something that you have to do. Love you, people. Yes, sir.